a mental fight. I'm talking about this constant battle uh, you have with your surroundings and with yourself, for that matter. Uh, and to me, fighting is when you get to a place where you no longer can walk away from the physical altercation and get in a dark place where you have to do whatever it takes to uphold your lives and your beliefs. That is fighting. When you go to a place where you really don't want to go, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about martial arts, even though I've been doing martial arts for a long time. I hate fighting. And that is because it is not the martial art I'm talking about when I say I hate fighting, because I love martial arts. I hate fighting because I hate being in a spot where I have to hurt other people mentally or physically to uphold something that should be mine in the first place. We should have the right to think whatever we want. We should have the right to say whatever we want, even though saying stuff can have consequences. We still should have the right to do it. And it is up to your own conscience to say whatever you want, but you might end up in a fight because of it. So we are in a fight. We are in a mental fight, and we could go in a physical fight at some point, but we need to keep it light until it's time to go pitch black. Yeah, that's another movie phrase. Um, I believe that if we keep our head down, we can still avoid a physical fight and just have this fight on information, because I do see people waking up around us. I do see people questioning what's going on this winter. So we do have some kind of light ahead. My biggest fear is that we will go right back to where we was, you know, that we haven't learned anything from this, that people just want to forget it. When we come to that point, all the people who comply to this system will be so much ashamed that they just want to forget it. Just like the Germans back in the 40s, the Germans people have tried to forget what happened for so long, and I think that is the biggest trap we can fall in, not learning from our mistakes and just try to forget it because we are all ashamed. Uh, I certainly can't forget it, you know. So I will keep reminding people, even though the nonsense blow over, because I see it coming. I see the writing on the wall, because they're really not doing what they're threatening with, and that's what I've been seeing for a long time now. It's actually the whole of 2021 has been one big threat down the line. If you don't do this, we're going to do that. And if you don't comply to this, there will be repercussion. We'll make fines and we'll do all that. They haven't done none of that, at least not here. They haven't enforced anything. Everything that's been going on in my country has been on people's own terms. They have chosen this only by the narrative that's been put out in the mainstream media. So far, I still believe the fight is on information. I feel we can turn this around, but I'm not counting on it. I'm not betting money on it, you know. And there's the other thing, if people turn around and the system won't give, well, that's going to be a hell of a lot uglier fight than the one we're fighting now. So, my advice to everybody out there: keep away from the corners, you know. Try to be in open field. Don't let them push you in the corners where you have to fight. Try always to keep your back off the fence. And how should I say it? Sharpen your tools. You know, even though we don't want to fight, we need to sharpen our tools. Our tools need to be ready if hits the fan. So be sure that you have all your skills and all your life worth talents sharpened up so and ready to use, because it could end up being the thing that saves us as a whole. You know, we all have talents, we all have things we can do, and if we come together at last, that shit needs to be on point to create a, a parallel society if that's what we want. So yeah, I normally I use the narrative that you know it doesn't matter how good you are at fighting if you don't get to throw a punch. It doesn't matter how good you are with a gun if you don't get to draw. You can play that scenario all the way down. It doesn't matter how good a quarterback or how good at throwing you are if you're a quarterback in American football if you can't move in the pocket. You need to have the right tools for the job. So stay vigilant, see what's out there, and sharpen the tools that you need to survive.